I am SuperMaya, your magical storyteller who bridges the rational world of daily routines and doubts with the mystical realm of divine dreams and soul awakenings. Through my grounded yet ethereal tales, I reflect your hidden power to both the skeptic seeking logic and the mystic chasing stars, proving transformation is real, relatable, and waiting within you. Hit like if this resonates and subscribe to join the tribe. And do not forget to pause today to gaze in the mirror and ask yourself, what magic do you see staring back? I would love to hear your comments on that. Welcome back, beautiful souls. Today feels extra holy. It's the third day of Magha Gupt Navaratri, an Indian festival, an Hindu festival rather, which is dedicated to the divine feminine energy. Primarily Lalitha Tripura Sundari Devi. This is her sacred time. We walked through shedding, healing, twin flame fire. Today, on her day, I share how the Divine Mother handed me my life's roadmap, a channeled poem that became word for word prophecy. Let me honor her properly first, especially today on her holy day. Lalita Tripura Sundari Devi is the supreme divine feminine. Beauty, love, wisdom, creative power, that's all versions of herself. She rules the three worlds from her Sri Chakra throne. The beautiful geometric design that encompasses the entire universe and existence into that one beautiful web of geometry that's come together with utmost precision. Magha Gupt Navratri's third day celebrates her specifically. Gupt Navratri means secret 9 nights, and these are not secret to be secretive, but they are for serious spiritual warriors, the one seeking to journey inward, to look within themselves and to awaken what has not yet awakened. Ancient wisdom says if Lalita Devi reveals herself this lifetime, it's your final birth before moksha. Her grace doesn't visit casually. When she appears, liberation nears. I had no idea she watched me building my soul purpose business. I mean, she knew it was my soul purpose business even before I did. The very first time I received a visitation from her was when I was creating my very first presentation, trying to put my thoughts down on my soul purpose business, about my soul purpose business and mission that I have. I think I know what the mission is to a certain extent, but a soul purpose mission, it only evolves and unfolds and shows you what exactly your mission is one step at a time. Here, I had seen a few of the beautiful unfolding layers of the mission, and I was putting them down for the very first time and structuring them into this presentation. But I did have a moment of overthinking. Probably my mind would tell me to play small, but my heart and my intuition would actually speak to me about being absolutely authentic and true to what I truly feel about what I want to do inside. And this this communication of that particular mission that I have was not so easy to actually put it on paper, as it seemed at that moment, the little me that I was, it seemed that it was way bigger than the place where I was in that current time of my life. And my mind started to question and tell me and shun me down and say that don't commit so much, or don't put this idea out to that level or that extent, because who knows if you'll really achieve that. You will be an imposter, etc., etc. Our mind really gives us so many thoughts, which I think can be discarded right away. What's important was that in that moment, after thousands of unnecessary overthinking thoughts, in one flash of listening to my heart or my intuition, I just put my thoughts down on paper authentically. And this nudge, it could not have been possible without the very first visitation I got from Lalitha Tripura Sundari Devi. She emerged in that moment of contemplation that I was going through, in that moment of perplexity. She emerged and she sliced through all of those overthinking thoughts and got me right to the point about what I truly should put down on paper. And then it was a fast track from there. I put it down on paper and I actually went and I gave the presentation to people, and I was elated to see the way it was received. The way people were empowered by just listening to the initial idea empowered me to work furthermore on it, on a larger picture and a bigger picture perspective and mission, where ultimately it is to serve humanity at some level. Little did I know that this was something that I have today built to a certain level where I know of certainty that this is my soul mission. I will definitely elaborate that furthermore on one of my next episodes. But this episode, I truly would love to dedicate it to Lalitha Devi. Now let's talk a little bit about what happened after that. After my initial visitation, I would say that I didn't know who she truly was when she came for the first time. But I got introduced to her through multiple signs and synchronicities. Not only her, but the entire army of the Divine Council, I would say. The celestial court showed up, one after the other, right in my everyday moments. The only way that I knew that they were there is that I had to focus on being there in the present moment. And that was my only role. Every day, each and every day, I worked on being aligned, being balanced internally, and to just receive all the divine help that I could get, to receive the entire divine clarity that is there within us and amongst us. It's just we need to tap into it. And that was what I was trying to hold, that frequency and master that. It took me quite a few months to actually get to it. But within those months, every time I stepped back or stepped out of alignment, I had some beautiful higher power or a spirit guide or the celestial court, someone from there kept showing up to push me back forward, to nudge me towards the direction that Lalitha Devi had actually confirmed. If we can talk about the night of the dream that I got with Lord Hanuman, his muscular arms lifted invisible weight off my chest. I felt monkey strong. Courage replaced my fear. In another instance, there was a beautiful out-of-the-world miracle that happened with Lord Vishnu, where there was a lamp that I had lit, and the wick in the lamp just flew out of that lamp and fell out on the side, just like a frog would out of a pond, weirdly. But it was a miracle that it was still lit and shining bright. And that to me was a metaphor which said that I'm going to take you out of this small place and put you in a very bigger field. So think big. And every single sign and synchronicity I have seen kept making me want to expand my mind and move forward and more expansively and evolve towards the soul mission that I today know what it truly is. This was a series of divine encounters, in many ways possible, over the course of a few months. And then about 8 months later came the channeled poem. One afternoon, I was questioning the divine and myself and the universe, just asking them, who am I to be in this lifetime? What exactly is my role in this lifetime? And what is the service that I have to do in this lifetime? And I kid you not, I channeled a poem with 6 verses. Each line felt pre-written in my soul contract. Line 1 activated me. It showed the aspect of stepping out of the matrix, stepping in to the purpose. To be soaring high, up above all the chaos and noise, with only one intention: to gaze ahead, to rise above, and to just have focus on the divine and the mission, and everything else, all else, would be taken care of. This was an absolutely strong poem with a certainty of voice, with a strong, intentionally confirming and affirming script. After I channeled the poem, I went back to rereading this. I was stunned to see the perspective that it showed me of my life. This wasn't poetry, it was prophecy. Little did I know that she scripted my entire timeline. In this, there is a segment in the poem that talks about me being in union with my twin flame, as to how we would be leading the soul purpose together, as to how life would really be, and in simple terms, who I am. It was magical. And months later now, almost a year later since I channeled the poem, her words manifested exactly as written, line by line. These emerged naturally. I didn't make any of these happen, but everything kept falling into place. I didn't understand how the shift happened until I reflected back and I realized the aspect of trusting in the divine. That was a little difficult to do, especially getting out of a programmed mindset of having your day under control, having everything you do under control, hour by hour, to then mapping out a destination and letting it just flow, letting the divine take the driver's seat. It sounds too ethereal or magical, or maybe a little cuckoo sometimes, but if you are on this journey and you resonate with what I'm talking about, you absolutely do not have to worry about all of those labels, all of that narrative that your mind is talking about. If your intuition is truly calling you, and the voice from within tells you a guidance with which you're left to feel blissful and calm and protected, then please know that the voice is right. The voice becomes medicine. Divinity doesn't just guide from temples. She walks at your home, your commute, your doubts. Trust the becoming. Divine presence in my life, I realized, was always there. It's just I didn't get to see it. Neither did I acknowledge it, nor did I give it the gratitude that it deserved. Today, I see divinity in every mundane moment. and I call them mundane miracles. Comment mundane miracles if you have faced at least even a single miracle of such that I'm talking about, which seems absolutely aligned and brings calm to your nervous system. Lalitha's greatest gift wasn't prediction here alone, it was the certainty. It was certainty where I stopped asking, will it work? Will this actually happen for me? Shifting from that mindset, I started living as if this is working, and being and living and aligning with that aligned me into my highest timeline. Single season forged into sovereign love for myself before anything, and then everyone around me, and service to humanity. Creator struggles birthed healer medicine, twin flame fire activated mission frequency. Every collapse was cosmic course correction. Meeting Lalitha means moksha is near. Her grace marks final birth before liberation. Surrender becomes unshakable trust. So here, while I was working on this beautiful mission and my business and soul purpose, on that complex evening with a chaotic desk, this turned into one Divine Mother's prophecy. And that prophecy is what I'm living right now. And I'm super grateful for that. One life perfectly scripted and liberations activated. This is the beauty and the power of Lalitha Devi and the Divine Feminine energy. The Divine Feminine energy is the one on the rise now in the age of Aquarius, which is just begun right around the corner. And we now step into age of Aquarius with utmost gratitude to Lalitha Devi. I am SuperMaya, your magical storyteller who bridges the rational world of daily routines and doubts with the mystic realm of divine dreams and soul awakenings. Through my grounded yet ethereal tales, I reflect your hidden power to both the skeptic seeking logic and the mystic chasing stars, proving transformation is real, relatable, and waiting within you. On this sacred Magha Gupta Navratri third day, hit like if Lalitha's grace walks your life. Subscribe to the Mirror Tribe and comment, Supreme Mother guides me. If her presence blesses your ordinary moments, please comment, and I would love to hear your stories of the same. Your chaos holds divine appointments. Stay present. Your roadmap waits in sacred surrender. Let go of the limiting beliefs. Lalitha's gaze means liberation is near. Trust in the divine. Trust in yourself. Trust in the universe and the divine timing. And remember, you're not just listening to this. You are the Mirror Tribe. I'll see you in the next one.